Alright, greetings friends! Today I'm going to be just talking about some books that I've started and haven't finished for whatever reason, and kind of talking about why I haven't finished them and why I put them down. Also, yeah, straighten my hair. But yeah, so first one is The Devil in the White City by Erik Larson. And okay, just disclaimer, I just filmed talking about these first two books and my camera battery was full and I didn't know. But I had just noticed when I opened it that I totally forgot that I owned this bookmark. It's literally my only bookmark that I own. Everything else, like, I just mark my books with like a cue card or a sticky note or whatever I can find. But this one's so cool. It's like just a stack of books. Mom got it for me. Super cute. So anyways, Devil in the White City by Erik Larson. This is set in Chicago why did I say it like that? Chicago in 1893. It's centered around the World's Fair and H.H. Holmes, if you haven't heard of him. He's basically known as America's first serial killer. He had this hotel and he killed over 200 people there. It was so just sick and crazy how insane. It's just so nuts. So anyways, I'm really interested in stuff like this, like the World's Fair. I want to know more about it. I want to know the impact it had on the country and people and stuff. And then H.H. Holmes is a crazy psychopath, and we all love learning about them. Because, I don't know, I feel like I don't have to explain myself because humans have always been like that, and we have this fascination with darkness, and we always have. So yeah, whatever. But it's really well written, which is a great thing, obviously. But the parts that are written about H.H. Holmes are kind of like pretty much from his perspective, from what I can remember, and not just like, ugh. Like, I just don't like putting myself in his shoes or in somebody like in their mindset, because that's just so freaky to me and just so like foreign, because I can't even kill a bug, literally. Like, I once squished a spider by accident when I was little, because I picked a flower and I like kind of crushed the flower, and I opened my hand and there was a spider in it. I didn't know, and I crushed the spider and I literally cried. I felt so bad. So like, yeah, anyways. So yeah, this just like really got to me and just gave me the horrible, just, I don't even know how to describe it, you know? But I feel like you get it. But yeah, I do want to read it eventually, maybe when I'm older and more desensitized. But we'll see. Yeah. Okay, next book is The Romanovs by Simon Sebag Montefiore. Obviously this book is ginormous. It's beautiful, and I'm really interested in the Russian history and the Romanov family. I think it's so interesting, and I really did want to read it, and I got a decent way through, actually. I got to about here, 186 pages in, and see, look, this is not a bookmark, obviously, but yeah, so basically I stopped reading this. I think she was a princess, Elizaveta, and I think she banned the color pink, like women weren't allowed to wear the color pink for some reason. I think it was something like that. And this, I'm not gonna try and find it, but from what I can remember, this woman wore a pink rose in her hair or something, and Elizaveta ripped her tongue out of her mouth. Like, oh my gosh, like, and the woman like obviously collapsed with shock and trauma. Like, that's just like not only having it like cut off, but like ripped out. Like, oh my god. Ugh. And anyways, like that was just like the last straw. This is so full of violence, but not just violence, like torture. And I hate the concept of torture. I think it's so disturbing. The word makes me uncomfortable. Like, I don't like it. So anyways, that just like kind of was too much for me. I'm very sensitive to that stuff, and it just, even though like it did happen, that's like why it freaks me out so much, because like people actually had to go through it, and like I feel like reading it gets you so much more, like, because it takes you longer to read, so you're like more immersed in it, which is why I love reading, but it's also why like it's so disturbing when bad things happen in books. But yeah, so like that's why I haven't finished this one. Again, it's one that I still want to finish, but just not right now. And like I might just read it like a few pages here and there and kind of read it that way instead of trying to like read it all in big chunks, because I did read a few pages like a couple weeks ago. Still finding it interesting. I still want to learn about it, so yeah. Alright. The next one we have is Brother. Oh, this has my school on it. I should probably cover that. Okay, so the next one we have is Brother by David Cherriandi, and he's a Canadian author. This book is set in Toronto, and it's basically about like this family, and they are Trinidadian, yeah. Set of Trinidadian immigrants battle against the careless prejudices and low expectations that confront them as young men of black and brown ancestry. Yeah, so like I can see the appeal to it. I actually like got over halfway through. Let's see what I'll use for a bookmark here. Oh my gosh, it's the instructions for how to assemble the curtain rod. That's right there. It's funny. I think maybe the reason I just didn't finish it, because it's not a long book at all, it's really small, but I think maybe I just like couldn't relate. I don't know, but like I've read lots of books that I can't relate to. I don't know what it is. It's not a bad book at all. I think I might have found it a little bit boring. Like, I don't know, I feel bad because it's like about an important issue and like real people's lives and stuff, but like, I don't know, I just didn't connect. Maybe that's it. I don't know, dude. Doesn't make me a bad person, but it's just the truth. I just don't know. It didn't hook me in for some reason. But I'm sure that lots of people like it. Just it didn't stick with me. My back hurts so much right now. Okay. Next we have Millionaire Teacher, The 9 Rules of Wealth You Should Have Learned in School by Andrew Hallam. And I really am interested in this because like money is kind of an important topic, and you should know how to invest and increase your money. Basically, like this teacher writes this, and he has been investing since he was like 19, and he's a millionaire now, and he's just a teacher. Like, he just makes a regular salary, but he's a millionaire from his really smart investments, and I would really love to be able to do that. Having financial freedom is really important to me, and I just think it's such a great way to like do things, because you can just have a normal job and live a normal life and just kind of like invest money so that you have money like to fall back on an emergency, or I don't know, like just to feel secure. You can go on vacations, you have a good retirement fund. I think it's really important, and I will finish it eventually. I just like, it gets a little bit boring, like talking about like the stock market and investments and blah 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 for like so long, and like, oh my gosh, I don't know, my attention just like, I got bored of it, I guess. So yeah, that's why I think it's a super cool concept though, like, because it's just a regular, anybody can do it. Like, he says like you only have to spend like an hour managing your portfolio every year. Like, it's not that hard. So this is a really cool way to look at it, and he kind of really explains why you do things and all that stuff. So I definitely want to finish it, and then I might reread it. But yeah, so that's that one. All right, next we have A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. So this is like such a short book, dude, like, and this is such a cool one. This is the original manuscript edition, but first of all, like, this paper, what's it called? The dust jacket is so pretty. And then even this is really nice. It has his little signature, which is cute. But it's so cool. You have like the printed part, so you can actually read it, but like you have his actual like handwritten manuscript like scanned beside each page, which I just think is so cool. But anyways, this is one I got halfway through, and let's see what I used. A cue card for biology. Anyways, I'm weird about this, and I only want to read this book on either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day only. and I will refuse to read it on December 23rd or December 26th. Only the 24th and the 25th are acceptable. Preferably the 24th, like Christmas Eve night. I don't know, I've tried for like the past 2 years. I just haven't been able to get through it. So I'm determined to do it this year. And just like sit down, take a couple hours and just like eat some cookies, drink some apple cider, and you know, just enjoy. So yeah, that's why, because I'm weird. The last book that I'm going to talk about, definitely not the last book that I've started and I haven't finished. I got lots of them. But is The Black Prism by Brent Weeks. Here it is. He's a big boy. I got to chapter 26, page 143. Again, listen, I'm such a wimp. This makes me sound like such a wimp. Okay, this book is like completely regular, like in terms of violence and stuff, but there's this scene where like the bad guys are like practicing their evil powers and like throwing fire or something like that, and like they're like targeting this, like, I think it's like, okay, I don't know, there's like this, I can't remember exactly the setting. There's definitely a river and there's like a house or like a farm, anyways, bunch of animals, and all the animals, it just like, he described for so long and in so much detail about how terrified the animals are and how they're being hurt and they're dying and they're falling into the water and they're all panicking. And like, thinking about animal suffering is really similar to thinking about children suffering, because like they're really innocent and kind of like confused, they don't understand what's going on. And I just think like that level of fear is just like so like upsetting because they're so innocent, you know? I mean, obviously anything is like upsetting regardless, but you know, it's just another, and it just really upset me. And so then I wimped out and I stopped reading. Oh God. But yeah, I still want to read it though, but like hopefully I can just like pick it back up sometime and just like that kind of stuff doesn't happen again. But yeah, what did I use for this bookmark? Oh, just an old bookshop. Oh yeah, oh my gosh, this is the contact information for a guy who I was supposed to call to fix these books. I found like an early edition of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass, like early. I don't think it's first edition, but it's like from the year it was published, I'm pretty sure. And I gave them to my sister because she loves Alice in Wonderland, and so I got, but the covers, like it's hardcover obviously, and the covers were like not attached anymore, so this guy was supposed to be able to fix them. Never called. I should give that number to my sister. Anyway, yeah, that's that. I still want to finish it though. Like, these are all books I do want to read. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that little video. That's pretty much all I have to say about that for right now. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great evening. Goodbye, my strange and beautiful organisms. I hope you have good times, good weekend. Actually, I don't know when this video is gonna go up because the internet in my apartment has been so garbo lately. Oh my gosh, so I might have to like upload this when I go to campus or something. We'll see, whatever, you don't care.